girls what?
Or like prayed for a
Like
God.
pray for a certain
Like
type
God,
of woman.
please send me a woman who will. And what would your prayer be?
Like,
Look at his
for-
face.
Like,
Look,
actually
that's
put
a
your hands
no.
up.
Yeah,
God,
that's
please
a no.
give me
We be like,
And we have
we
our
be like,
answer. The
God,
answer is no.
Can you please just send me a
Some
guy
men
that
are
likes everything
spiritual.
about me, that's not going to cheat on me, that's not going to try to fuck my sister or my best friend, all of that.
You got to interview more dudes. I wouldn't because it's too many girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let me
the
go to the next
ratio
one.
is
Let me
all-
go to
So
the
y'all
next
don't
one.
never
Let me
have
go
to
the next
pray.
one. I'm not praying
What's
for
up? It's
them.
Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
I'm Sheena.
And you got a guest, Omar Tyree, Philadelphia in the building, an old head.
He not an old head. But everybody know you from your books already.
Yeah.
And we have this book, Fly
Not
Girl.
everybody. We
Why?
got a whole lot of millennials. They don't read like that. They're like, who's
Yeah.
he? Is he in a reality show? Is he in a video? Is he a rapper? Is he a dancer? How do I should know him?
They listen to audio books nowadays. A lot of kids.
Audio books, and I got a great voice, but like audio books, we didn't make as much money. So it's like I was like that audio book thing, you know what I mean? So it's different,
Right.
But the book is the book, So the audio books, I'd rather do movies.
The book is not the book. The book is legendary.
Yeah, legendary.
Well, Fly Girl is about to be a movie.
Yeah. I wrote the screenplay myself. I gave Lionsgate 5 years, and I was calling really nice. I'm a Philadelphian, so I can call with some heat. And I was calling really nicely. I put my nice voice on. How are you guys doing on the screenplay? Can I help you out with it? Can I check it out? Can I see what you're doing? And we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. 5 years.
So they
I
bought
said,
the
all right.
rights to the book.
Yeah, they have the rights to it, but right now I'm going to go ahead and sit down and get it back because I want to make it right now. And they have 5 years, so I'm like, why should I believe that you're going to make it now? You know what I mean?
Right.
So once I wrote that screenplay in December, I said that's it, and I sent it to my test readers, and they loved it. I knew it was good already, and they're never going to know Philadelphia like I know Philadelphia. The talk, the language, you know what I mean, the area, and then Mount Airy and Germantown and Mount Airy. That was like the uptown area. Where
Shout
we
out
all
to Mount
moved up.
Airy.
And I know
Sedgwick
where-
Street.
That's where we from.
So now
My
it's
best
like
friend from Mount Airy.
now it's
Santi.
like the whole directing thing. Can you direct people to be Philadelphians? I'm like, dude, do I seem like a shy dude? Like, so people don't know me, so it's good for me to be out there where they can hear me, and then like, yo, he's a real Philadelphian. Like, yeah. So don't think that I can't tell people how to be Philadelphian,
Right.
And speak the language and be the cool hip people that we were in the and that's my generation.
The 80s and the 90s.
We all hitting 5-0 now.
But can you make a cheesesteak?
Yeah.
I can make a cheesesteak.
Yes,
My family is
definitely from Philly as well.
I'm from West Philly. My family is legendary in West Philly. My grandfather was one of the first black millionaires in Philadelphia, and he had a cheesesteak empire.
Oh, wow.
So his name is Fufu, rest in peace. But he made the Mama Jamma.
Yeah.
So the Mama Jamma was famous. I can make a cheesesteak.
Oh, we should have did this podcast at my house.
Cheesesteaks everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about writing because, Sheena, you have a book, Penetration.
Yes, I have a new book. This is my 4th book. I'm a nonfiction author, so loosely, this is not loosely. This is wholeheartedly an autobiography of sorts. I wanted to tell my story. My daughter is autistic, so my first 2 books are about autism and parenting. I've been writing since I was like 7, but mostly poetry. So when my daughter was diagnosed, I wrote my first novel, Along Came Autism, in real time to kind of give people a look at what autism special needs parenting look like. Those books were very successful. Me and my daughter wrote a children's book together, and I just was like, you know what, I want to tell the story of different women, so why not start with me?
Pass me that book for a second. Let me just hold on. I got to show you something.
So that title, because as a guy, I'm thinking
So
penetration.
I felt like
I'm thinking,
penetration is
You're right.
penetration
I know,
came
you're right
from
where
one,
you're at.
One
Oh yeah,
because
you're right.
Yeah,
Spot
let me
on.
hear it.
right.
Let me hear it.
Okay, so the reason I honestly, when I sat down and started thinking like I'm gonna tell my story,
Yeah.
I'm like, what could I call it? Penetration was the first word that popped in my head. But if you listen to music, I can't think of what song it is right now, but Let It Penetrate or something. And I'm like,
Okay, so you're talking
let
about
me look
going
up the
deep into your
definition
brain?
because
That's
the
what you mean?
definition of penetration is
Yeah.
one. The sexual definition of
Right.
penetration, and the second definition of penetration is when something is you fully understand a complex
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
So for me, my life is complex, and I
Yeah.
fully now at 36,
Yeah.
I get it.
Time for the penetrator.
Yeah, but a
It's
lot
time for
of
the
my
penetrator.
life was
It's time for the
like
penetrator.
sexual. You know how like as a woman like you sit down and try to like go through your life, but I'm like, what if I told my life through sexual experiences because that dominated so much of my youth.
Right.
So that's where penetration came from.
And that's what it is because I read it in 3 hours.
I know.
And
She was
for
at work
one-
like with the penetration
For
title.
one, we're friends and we've been friends for a long time, so I know her on a personal level.
So
and I was
you
like,
knew these
okay, girl.
stories.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no, I
a
didn't.
lot of people be calling me
I
like,
didn't
so
know
who
stories.
is such and such? I'm like, I'm
Now, see, that's one
Just
thing I would
read.
never ask. I would never ask because there's a reason. No, because there's a reason
joking.
why you chose to do what you did. If you wanted it to be a tell-all and you wanted to tell people's everything, then you would have did that. That's not your personality.
Yeah, I think
You're
I'm
very
transparent enough to keep you guessing.
Right,
So,
and it's about you, not them.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they are in the story, it's your story.
Because my mom read it, and I was like, don't read. Like, at first I was like, I didn't want her to read it. And then she was like, I read it. Because my mom is a reader. My mom is a big Omar Tyree fan. She got all your books. My mom is a reader.
So it's like, to
be a writer having a reader like that for a mom is intimidating. So I'm like, Mom, don't read it. Because one is highly sexual.
No, you want
I'm being
you want
transparent.
that.
Yeah, I feel that way about this show sometimes.
She was like,
you know what I tell people? I say, listen to it, watch it, but no judgment.
Yeah, like judgment free. And my mom was like, like I commend you for being so transparent. I mean, we as women, we go through things.
And you know what? You're very good at writing from the experience of a woman.
From a man.
For Omar Tyree.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you get
I try to know everything. I'm an A student. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was one of them dudes that I don't mind being smart. And I'll tell you, like, I'm an Aries. So I'm like, yo, dude, we don't play
real
that
straight up. Tell her I get it.
intelligence.
Exactly.
I'm like, nah. So I always want to get it right. So when I write the male guy, nobody pay attention. It's your guy. But when I get everybody right, if I write about a Puerto Rican, I'm going to study him. Right now, I'm writing a Dominican story. I'm going to study him. So I'm not trying to be wrong. I'm always trying to be right. And so with that, it's like, Omar think he knows so much. Yeah, battle me. I'm ready to roll. You know what I mean? So I'm one of them people that's ready to battle. So when I put a book out, I'm like, I dare you. You know what I mean? Say something's wrong in here because I research it. I don't just make it up. You know what I mean?
Like, I know it.
If I write about the Dominicans right now, I'm interviewing Dominicans about the whole culture. I'm going to study the DR. Right now, they coming to Philadelphia in waves. Like, they coming straight from the DR. Not coming to New York. They coming to Philly.
Right, New York
All
is
my
popping
Philly
for
people like, yo, the Dominicans is coming. So I'm like, yo, all right, that's a good deal. So I always write stuff that, is hot and popular. The Dominicans, then Cardi B blowing up like that, who would think a Dominican female rapper would be like on top of the, like, no way in the world you would think that 3 years ago, like, but now it's like, wow, a Dominican female rapper. And so, yeah, I try to be right with everything I'm doing. If it's a female, I'm going to study the female to be right. Y'all next to us all the time.
Right.
So, like, I got moms, sisters, cousins. I
studying
try
all
to
day.
talk to girls.
Do y'all feel like
around
y'all
all the
understand
time.
men enough that you could write from a man's point of view?
I do.
I think I can.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah. Got so
gotta
many
study.
male friends and heard so many
I
things that
definitely
they
think I
have
could.
to say.
Yeah,
gotta
you
study.
be around guys enough, you like, oh, okay.
It
I see
kind
what
of
you-
messes your head up too, because then you start to think like, man, a lot of guys, like for most of my life, I always was like, men are not shit. They all cheat. And that's because of all the guys that I was around. I like every
Omar's
single
laugh
last
is
one of them.
crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to deal with
that's
the
the true
extra
truth.
testosterone guys.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
was
mean?
all the guys I was around. They were like
Yeah.
cheaters and whatever the case.
yeah.
But then I met other guys, you know what I mean? And I seen some that were faithful and that were married
Yeah, you
and
got the
committed
friend guys, the
relationships.
do-right men that you don't like. You
Or
put
they
them in
get
the friend
shitted
zone.
on, or
I get a
yeah.
whole tour for that. I used to tell people all the time, I got two things for friends. The good guys, he's so nice, but he's not my type. You know what I mean? Like everybody's
Yeah.
saying that. I was okay, so you got good dudes that you know, but you put him in the friend zone, you go to church with him, you talk about him with your problems,
Right.
but you never look at him romantically. So I had the whole book on it. I understand
Maybe he
that
ugly.
100%.
Because girls like the challenge sometimes.
I put the guys that I'm not attracted to in the friend zone. Like that's how I am.
But you're not really
personally.
attracted to good, nice guys.
I mean, I'm a looks wise.
I'm
like
not talking about
looks
looks.
bring me.
I'm just talking about personality wise.
I mean, personality is one thing, but I feel like the looks is what draw me first. So it's
Is that
like
right?
if I cannot,
What look you like?
it's just like just has to be sexy to me,
Like a
attractive
thing.
to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't even have to be like I don't know, maybe the way he dresses, maybe the way he carries himself might be sexy to me.
Yeah.
But like if I don't find you attractive, then you're always going to be in the friend zone. I don't care how good of a man you are.
So that means that you're gonna find a dude attractive in 2 seconds, and you already know, like, if he ain't attractive, it ain't nothing he can do.
Nothing he can do.
Well, there's never been a person you
men are
weren't
the same
attracted
way,
to at
though.
first, and then they kind of grew on you.
I mean, like not that I wasn't attracted. I might have been attracted to them, but just didn't like them in that kind of way. And then they grew on me. You know what I mean? But I might have always thought they were attractive in some kind of way. But if I didn't think you were attractive in no kind of way, there's no way. No.
Yeah.
You're a friend. That's it. Let's go to eat. Let's go hang out. Cool. But don't touch my titty.
Don't touch my titty and
y'all
don't
hold
put my hand on your
Like,
dick.
I
because
won't
they
even
gonna
give you a
try.
hug. I don't even like the hug thing when you see each other.
Yeah.
That's even awkward.
you can't hug someone.
I mean, when
Is she
I
not
don't,
attracted?
yeah, it's like, and it's a guy, and I know he kind of like.
funny style.
But if I know he likes me, it's just weird for me to go in and give him hugs.
Then he give him the
you
wrong
gotta do the butt out,
on.
pat you on the back,
The cousin hug.
Nah, I'd be the one like this. I'd be like, "What's good, homie?" Like,
hey, girl.
They be like, "I thought we were on a date." No.
I thought we were on a date.
You just paying for the check.
I mean, I could pay for my food too, but you could pay if you want.
All right, now let's talk about this part of the book. All right, now you talk about
penetration.
Yes, penetration. As I was pulling my little denim Daisy Dukes off, he started kissing me on the neck. His mouth felt so cold and wet, brushed up against my nervous flesh. I got this strange feeling in the bottom of my stomach. He kept kissing me. As my shorts hit the bathroom floor, I felt his hand massaging me through my panties. Ant went to his knees and pulled my panties down with his teeth. Has anyone done that?
I know Ant.
I bet you do. Then he started to kiss my box. His lips felt moist. As he started moving his head faster and faster, I began to scream. He stopped, looked me dead in the eyes, and told me to shut up. But this goes on to say, that night it was $450. He gave us some money. Oh. The amount increased each time we saw each other. He was my first trick. And you were only 13 years old.
He was also her first sexual experience.
No, he wasn't my first sexual experience. He was my first sexual experience with a guy, I'll say.
Mm-hmm. So that's another thing we have in common. Who knew?
Yeah.
She lost her virginity to a woman.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it was...
Was it?
No, it wasn't each other.
I think I was already like 13 or 14 when I met you.
I thought that's why she was happy you protected the names, because she was chapter 1.
I don't even talk about that yet. Like, I think I would get into that in volume 2 because it gets a little deeper. But he was like this older guy.
How old?
Because you were 13.
How old was he?
You 13, he's 20?
He maybe was 19 or 20.
I think in the book you said he might have been 20.
He about like 19 or 20.
Did it hurt?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
It hurting.
You don't remember it hurting?
No, I don't remember it hurting.
For
I
real?
just remember being like in a euphoric state. Like I remember like not really understanding what was going on, but understanding what was going on.
Like you high or something?
Shit, like did he just have sex with me?
Okay.
But
bathroom.
And he was older, and he was like popular in our neighborhood. So it was just like, one, you feel like, at that age, I wasn't thinking like, did I do something wrong? I was thinking like, yes, I got this nigga.
Did he do something wrong? Really?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about it like that. And then he was like giving us money. Like I would take my money and get me and my sister our tropical manicures.
At 13?
And do all this stuff. Yeah, like I wasn't thinking about that.
That was fly girl,
but it kind of
Yeah.
like gave me a real messed up perception of, like even at 36, it gives me a real jaded perception of what a man and female relationship is. Like I have this conversation with my friends all the time. Like I'm super single. Mm-hmm. Like I never lived with a man. I never been in a serious like super committed relationship.
Really?
But because I look like I think all men want to have sex with me. Period. Like off
They
the
do.
rip.
They do.
And I can't
true?
get that. I can't get that out
When
my
a
head.
guy first initially creates a type of communication with
It's
you,
because
hey,
he's
how
sexually
you doing?
attracted to you, right?
It's because he want to fuck.
That's what I think.
Omar, what do you think?
man.
As a man in here, what do you think about that statement?
When you try to talk to a
I
girl,
don't know
because
if
you
that's
look
Philly
at her
shit,
and
'cause people
say,
be like,
I want to fuck her.
Yeah, like when you first initially.
I mean, that's all the ways. That's
See, that's what I think.
Like,
So in my
we're
mind, it's like,
sexual
I know you
beings.
want to have sex with me, so I'm going to make you do all of this shit before you get it. Like, and I didn't know, like, it's fucked up to be this age.
I mean,
and feel like that, but
that's
just how
only
I
going to
feel.
work for a guy that's willing to do that, because I got to do, in this book, Victor, when I cast this dude, I mean, he's going to be the sexiest dude, but he's not doing that. He's like, dude, I got 5 girls.
But it's
But
also
that's what I'm
guys.
saying. There's some guys.
You not getting me to
It's
do
also
none of
guys,
that.
like, I know guys.
And that's
I
in the book. She like, you ain't
Yeah,
getting
like-
nothing out of Victor, but your panties taken.
Yeah, well, that's
he's
a
a
shame
pro.
because me and Victor would be butting heads.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm
he
the
would-
type
he
of
would
girl.
like,
I got
I'm
guys
done
that
with
do
her.
the guys,
Yeah.
like guys that do the most for me, never had sex with me.
Yeah.
And I feel like so powerful in that sense.
Yeah.
Like the guys that
Well,
never
you got
ever
that.
got it, like they do the most. Like right now today, like can you? My son tuition a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
But they don't
Yeah,
like.
well, I mean,
I don't know. It fucked me up though.
And
honestly.
you from Philadelphia, so
I'm
you
from
had-
West Philly, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you had West Philadelphians that were doing that.
He was from West Philly, yeah.
Okay.
But he
'cause
just fucked me
it's
up,
different
honestly,
cities.
in real
I
life.
was in D.C. They was treating that women like, I was like, what? Y'all paying what? Y'all doing what? But this was like in the 80s when that whole Rayful Edmonds
And that's why,
drug
like,
dealer thing.
my mom
they
and them
were
was running up
crazy in
95
DC.
because they wasn't too, like, I don't know, it's different places. Like,
Yeah,
now, like, one time I
exactly.
prayed to God for it. I was like, God, I just don't want to pay my bills. Just send me a Southern guy to think I'm real beautiful to pay all my bills. And he did.
Guys said
And
that.
Yeah. And it.
But he gotta be
People
Southern.
gotta pray for that.
Yeah, you got
But
to
he-
check
but
the
he-
prayers
but he-
up.
but he was
When you
older than-
light-skinned, you be
but he
like,
was
"God,"
older than
'cause
you.
know they like
That was an
light-skinned,
older
they be like,
dude.
"Oh, you so pretty, red bone. Yeah, can you please pay this card?"
But
That
that
makes
was
a
an
bit-
older. He was much older than you.
Not
though.
that much older.
You
Not
think
at this
that was
age.
Sierra's
Okay.
prayer too?
She probably was like, "God send me an athlete to take
God,
future
send
out
me
my
a
face.
rich athlete.
Narcissist off my back."
And
That's
God
nothing
ain't-
like this crazy person.
Do guys pray for the right woman?
Did they do what?
Pray for the right,
woman.
like a woman for some reason. Like you see how women, they're like,
Yeah.
"What's the prayer you
Send
said
me
to
a
get your
big
man?"
booty hoe that likes
Do men
bitches.
do that? Do you have
Give me a
your
big booty hoe to eat pussy.
What?
Right.
Talk about girls? What?
or like prayed
pray
for
for
Like,
a
do you
girl.
pray for a certain
like
type
God,
of woman?
please send me a woman who will. And what would your prayer be?
Like,
Look at
pray
his
for-
face.
Like,
Look,
actually
that's
put
a
your
no.
hand-
No, yes,
God,
that's
please
a no.
give me
We be like,
And we have
we
our
be like,
answer. The
"God,
answer is no.
Can you please just send me a
Some
guy
men
that
are
likes everything
spiritual.
about me, that's not gonna cheat on me, that's not gonna try to fuck my sister or my best friend, that all of that."
You gotta interview more dudes. I wasn't because there's too many girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let me
the
go to the next
ratio
one. We
is
go
off.
to the
So y'all
next
don't
one. We
never
go
have
the
to
next one.
pray.
We find out- I'm not praying for them. I'm not doing that. Nah.
the
See, and that's a,
Can I
we be
please
over there
have a
like,
girl?
"Girl."
Nah, you go to the next one.
Nah,
We
there's
had
some
plenty
men
of
that
girls.
do pray for a certain kind of woman.
Like a good woman.
Like it's just like this. It's a different kind of men. Like some men are just really that spiritual that they're like, you know, they talk to
singing's
God
not
and
equal.
yeah. So there's
Church
some men
dudes.
like
He
that.
said church.
I mean, not even just. I wouldn't say church dudes. I would say spiritual. I like to say spiritual because just because
And
they're
they gonna
spiritual
say,
don't mean
send
they
me
go
a
to
guy,
church.
send me a woman.
Send me like a
send me a
God-fearing
God-fearing
woman. Like a
woman.
good
Like-
woman. Like
I
a
don't
woman
know,
that's going to
dude,
pour
like a
into
good
me.
woman.
Like a woman that's going to give me advice and be my second.
Because I'm
be
sick
my
of
better
these
half.
my
hoes,
backbone.
you know.
Yeah,
She
she
could
could
cook
cook. Somebody
good.
that's only calling
Be
me
a good
for
woman.
their car wash.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, you gotta look at what kind of dude he is, what kind of girls. I'm around all kind of women. You know what I mean? So with dudes, I'm like, how'd you get around them? If he a drug dealer and he's only around them kind of women,
Then that's what he gonna
Yeah,
attract.
that's his
Exactly.
problem. I'm around all kind of women, so I'm like,
I just
don't
was
see
telling
that.
somebody that the other day, like
Yeah.
young girl, like first of all, if you want this type of guy, you gotta be in that type of arena.
Yeah,
Like, you
exactly.
can't be in the hood thinking you gonna get Prince Charming.
Exactly.
He ain't there.
You know, like for instance,
move around.
With hood girls, ghetto girls, they never felt comfortable with me because the mentality was like, he's going somewhere. Because I always spoke that way. Like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they was like,
The
and they
ambition is
wanna-
intimidating.
So they always backed away from me. Like I can't handle that dude, and I always spoke with power. Like I never spoke with this whole effeminate. I want to do. No, I was always I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So they was like, yo, this dude is
Affirmative.
like, I can't handle that. So they will always back away. Even if I like the ghetto girl, they be like, I can't handle that dude. He got too much confidence.
So what
I
do you
never
feel
could
like
deal
the
with
kind
them.
of women that are attracted to you? So you don't feel like it's the hood women.
They always confident. You got to be, because I'm coming with so much confidence. If you don't have that, you going to feel like I can't deal with him. Because I never come with a lag. I just never wasn't raised that way.
That's like us, like women in, you know, like when you a certain type of successful, and
Yeah.
it's not even just monetary, just like you carry yourself, you
Yeah.
know what you want, you
speak
know where you're
that way.
going.
Yeah.
Certain men just be like,
Yeah.
either
They don't like
you
that.
get with them and they try to diminish everything you worked hard
Yes.
for, or they just won't come over.
Yeah.
Because I think people always think I got like
See,
all
now,
these
now,
men.
with,
I'm
now,
like,
with me,
no,
with me
don't.
being a book writer, I was going on tour. And you had women like, oh my God, I would love, because you just, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
You was
yo,
seducing
so
them
I'm
with
like,
that pen.
I'm immediately like, oh my God.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, it's like all the time. You got women that got their own cars and their own houses, and I'm not afraid of none of them. I'm like, yes, bring the noise. So now I'm like, I'm about to get in trouble with all the women out here that's looking for dudes. But I'm like, in America, you supposed to have one. So I was like, yo, this is torture. You know, so you go on tours like that as an intellectual. If you got intellectual women, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get in trouble.
'Cause he was
100
able to
times.
mind-
So wait, you said it's torture because in America you can only have one
And
wife.
that's what I just caught on to him saying.
It was torture.
Was that torture?
It was torture.
So you wanted to have all the women, all the wives.
Not every woman, but I mean when they kicking it to you like and they look good and you like, you know, I wish I had a guy like you, and you like, oh my God,
Well,
why
girl, you
talking-
could.
And
So
you
you
on
think-
tour and you got a hotel and you got limos and you
Yeah.
I mean they putting the money out there, so they already know, like, you know, I'm in fancy. I'm like, yo, dude, this is torture.
Do you think you can handle being married to more than one woman at a time?
Yeah,
How many women do you think?
about 5.
I was going to ask.
Like financially and spiritually and emotionally.
You gotta have the finances.
That's the first
problem.
thing.
You gotta have the finances to do that. And so when you have the multiple marriages, they have finances. It's not like they poor. They gotta have the money to do that. You gotta understand
but what
how
about
it works.
attention? It's not just about money, because then it's like you gotta
because
pick
who you
which
spending
bed
time
are you
with.
sleeping
But you're
in.
not gonna be. You gotta understand when you in that situation, the family has to agree to it.
Well, of course.
So if you ain't got no money, it's like, why am I giving my daughter to a broke dude? That ain't happening. So you gotta understand that they always had money.
So how do you feel like if you're in a relationship with 5 women, y'all married, you have a daughter. What do you want your daughter to think?
Well, she can be the first, the second, the third, or she can still. You have to choose. So it's not like I'm forcing these women. They're in a situation.
No. But your daughter, because now you're
What about
raising
her?
your
She
daughter.
still have to choose. Like what do you mean say? She
Like,
got
would you be comfortable
Yeah,
with
like,
your daughter
what-
being
knowing
number wife number
that
4
you-
to
knowing.
a gentleman?
That's part of the culture. You gotta deal. Is she gonna be 1, 2, 3? It depends on her personality.
Right.
If you got a daughter that you know is not a type A woman, you're like, yo, you can't handle that. You gotta know your daughter. You can't put your daughter in situations she can't handle.
What about an open relationship? Could you be in a relationship where she can see other people and so can you?
Well, it's gonna happen where it's like, okay, this is her life, and so you can try to be dad all you want, but this is her life. So you're like, okay, are you comfortable with this?
Now I'm
Are
talking about
okay?
you.
Like as a man, like could you be in an
Even
open
me
relationship?
as a man, I'm an older dude now, so it's like you can't control people's lives. You know what I mean? I'm about to turn 50. It's like I understand you gonna live your life.
You and J-Lo.
I can be dad all I want. I'm not
She
gonna
about to
grab
say
you by your hair and pull you in the house. I'm not gonna. You gonna live your life. So
But would you be okay? Like, look, I'm gonna do me, you do your thing. We could be together, but
I'll
I
see
don't
you at
mind you
9.
seeing other men.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, are you cool with that dude? Are you cool with your lifestyle? You going?
I'm so down with an open relationship.
For real? You don't have no feelings of like you don't want that person? Because what if they end up having a baby together or something? You're okay with that?
I don't want no more kids, so
So you are okay
like I
with
was
that?
dating somebody recently, and I was like, you go get you a young girl, because this oven is closed.
Because I feel like Wendy Williams
I'm
might have
autism
thought that
scared.
to
She
me.
might have.
I feel like she might have thought that till reality sunk in and the baby came.
Right.
So
Well, she always said that. I guess I don't know if this is off the record, but that she's okay with him doing other things as long as he didn't have a baby.
And that's
See,
what
but
I'm
Wendy is a
saying.
Cancer like me, and Cancer women, I'm more. I have been able to tap into my male ways more than my female ways, just the way my life been set up, but. A lot of my close friends are Cancers. Cancer women love really, 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 really hard. And Cancer women want to be nurturers, and they will take a lot of shit. Like, a Cancer woman is the type of woman that will let her husband have 6 kids over here outside the marriage just so she could still say she married.
That's
you know
crazy
what I mean?
to me.
And I'm not her. Like, I'm not that girl, but I am, like, I could see myself in an open relationship to the point where, like, I'm so used to being single and having my own space. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to my husband living here and I live here.
Yeah, because you've never lived with anyone, you
I was
said.
in an open relationship for 2.5 years.
Did you like it?
It was fine until he got another woman pregnant.
That's
and lied about
that's
it.
all
That's
it's
when
always
reality
going to
sets
be.
in.
I
think
didn't
it's the
care
vibe.
that he got her pregnant. I cared that he lied about it. Because I
But you
wasn't
get-
having a baby for him.
But you give somebody an inch, I feel like they're
And they
going to
gonna
take a
take a
whole
mile.
mile. Now, you let him cheat and do what he want. Now, this nigga going to come with a baby. Like, you was already able to do
Yeah, like,
whatever
I was
you was
already
able to
getting
But
do.
I was doing me too. And if I don't want a baby and I'm not having a baby, and at the time I definitely wasn't having a baby. But if I would have wanted to have a baby or been pregnant by somebody else, that's something he would have had to deal with. I had to deal with it, but I chose not to, only because he lied. Had he not lied to me and told me, listen, Rebecca is pregnant.
You'd have
we
been
having
Auntie
a baby.
Gigi.
Exactly. All right, we having a baby.
I think.
But
See, and
it was
that's
the
how my
fact that
friend-
Did,
it was
did
the
he tell
fact
you
that
why he lied?
no.
Okay.
They're not gonna ever say why they lied.
And that's why it was over. And it was over like that.
I want to
Like,
answer that.
that's how I am.
Like
I'm
that.
cutthroat. Like,
Yeah.
Like
I
that.
can handle what I can
But so
handle.
why
but
did-
if
wanna
you
know
say-
what
why
he
would he
wanna-
lie?
This whole lying thing is like, we don't want to lose a woman. That's always. I was the most honest dude you could, but I was brutal. Women like, let's come over to my house after school, and they was like, what we gonna do? Well, I got some condoms.
And we
the
gonna
girls
fuck.
like, no, I'm not coming here. And my friends was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
You wasn't supposed
dude?
to tell her.
You tell them we gonna watch TV and you make a move. So guys get used
He
to
said, I got
lying
some
because they
condoms.
don't want to.
Listen, keep it 100.
That sound like some
I
creep
was that
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, it sound
I
like
was
I
that
have two.
crazy.
Well, I
I
got
have
some
2 condoms left. I used one.
God.
No.
So it's like, and you learn, because I lost out on a lot of girls for honesty. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
yeah.
they learn how to lie. You get trained. Women train guys
See, but
how
you
to lie.
can't say I think that's not fair because now you choosing for somebody. You get what I'm saying? That
Like, I wanna pick
person
my poison.
is not gonna fuck with you because that's not what they fucking with. So now it's like you forcing somebody into something, and that I can't respect. But as far as with an open relationship, I feel like you said, she told him no babies, then y'all laid down the law. But
Yeah.
to me, open relationship, I got a relationship with other people. It's none of your business if I'm having a baby with somebody else.
So you feel like I don't even have to tell you?
I mean, it's open.
Yeah, because like what I got over here with them in school, see, and then I feel like, because even it's celebrities and, you know, just different people that say they in open relationships, but I think the rules apply. Because even on like Housewives of Atlanta, I think the girl was saying that her and the one that's married to the Belle Biv DeVoe guy was saying that they was in like sort of like an open relationship. But it's always a double standard. It's like a nigga wants you to bring a girl in so y'all could do y'all thing. But God forbid she want to go do her thing, whether it's with a man or a woman. Like that guy can't never take it.
Look at the safety of it. You know what I mean? I was at Howard University and I had a girl that said, you know, you can do them as long as you use a condom with them.
See?
But
Come on, but you say okay, and then you're not using condoms with everybody. Be honest. You didn't use a condom with everybody.
But when she said that, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, you know what I mean? So you still have a give and take with that, because now if you doing everybody raw, that's, you got it.
But that's just, it's always going to be a double standard. Like men, even if open relationship on the table, we all know what we going to do. The woman is always going to be different for the woman.
Well, let's talk about double standards for a second, right? Let's talk about men taking care of women and women being into materialistic things.
Yeah, fly girl.
Fly girl, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
all day.
So, ladies, and I want to hear if this has ever happened for you, Omar.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with taking care of a man financially?
Absolutely not.
I thought she was giving an explanation. I need
paused.
No, I thought she was going to give an explanation.
No. I just wasn't raised that way. I think now let's be clear, because I get in debates about this all the time. I feel like at this age, at 30-something, I can't date a man that's almost about to become whoever he is. Like, he definitely has to already know what he want to be when he grow up and be real stern and already on that path. Let's be clear. We live together and we together and I'm rolling and I'm doing my thing and you done poured into me and everything is gravy and God forbid something happen. Whatever you do, it don't do no more.
That's what I'm saying. That's the situation.
Like, I would pay the bill because I'm not going to be homeless.
Right.
But you can't, as a woman, you can't go into a situation with a guy like, I'm rich, baby. I'm gonna be your sugar mama. Cause what you think he gonna do to you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying, would you be with a guy who had less than you that you had to hold a lot more down?
No, he would still have to be the protector.
See, now that's a double standard too.
Yeah, that is a double standard.
I know it might be, but I just feel like the man is supposed to be the protector and the provider. Cause if that's the case, like I live in a big house with my family and my kids, I can stay right there.
So Omar, have you ever had a woman take care of you?
Take care of me?
You know he did.
No, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie.
Hey.
No, I can't
What about
do
a woman
that
had more than you?
Yeah, I always had. Well, she can have more money than me, but that doesn't work because then she starts looking at you that way.
Yeah, like
so it just don't work. You know, Ice-T wrote a whole book about that. We talking about women having more. It's just if you a hustler, it's like
your ego, right?
So she got to go with a dude that got more. So I back down like, yeah, you need more money. You know what I mean? Because it's just awkward.
Mm-hmm. You know I think for a man, it's your ego. Because I always say that. Like, because if you notice, even like if we didn't talk about the Wendy Williams situation, obviously she's the breadwinner.
Right.
And so he's dogging because his ego has already been bruised from day one.
So he's trying to figure out how to
You think that's why?
Yeah.
I mean, because...
Or you think he just wanted to cheat because
all men cheat, period. I feel like that in some capacity. Whether it's emotional or
how do you feel?
Financial.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to understand. It's like, I haven't had her. Let me try her. You know what I mean?
Even
so
if her over there
not as y'all make it all complicated. It's like, I haven't had her. I wonder if she feels different. She sounds so.
But he keeps having her. This is a repeated side bitch, though.
You would say all men cheat?
Say all men?
In some capacity.
I can't say all, because you still have to have that, you know, one. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm good.
Like, come home, drink a beer. You know what I mean?
Like, Angela, do you think cheating is like if your friends is out, if the guy is out on vacation with his, like, okay, say you in a committed relationship, your guy, he in Vegas with his friends, they turning up. And, like, is cheating like him being the one that paid the tab for these girls?
No.
It's legal out in Vegas.
That's not cheating. My boyfriend paid all the tabs, and that's not cheating.
But you know, some girls think that's like...
No, I don't look at that as cheating.
Yeah, okay.
If he got it like that, but don't be not being able to pay your bills and paying other bills.
Wait. Are you saying if a dude go out on a vacation or something like that ain't cheating?
No, if he like because you know some people got very strict rules for like my man can't pay the tab. My son is 16 and I teach my son if you meet a young lady and she out with her girlfriends and you come to the venue, you have to pay for their shit.
Right.
Like it would.
So she's saying that if my man was on vacation in Vegas with his boys and then there was a group of girls at a table and he paid their tab, is that cheating?
Nah.
Yeah, that's not
cheating.
cheating. That's I don't think
I'd
that's
be
cheating.
like,
that's
if
not
as a
cheating.
hustler, I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Right.
You know, but that's not cheating.
But some girls, like I talk to females that feel like I know women,
Yeah.
but I always be telling them that's why your nigga cheat on you because you too extra.
Now I can feel like that's a gateway drug to cheating,
Right.
One of them
because
gonna be
then
like,
she can be like, "Oh, he got
right.
money and he paid for our drink, girl.
paid
You
for our
better go
drink.
get his
and
number."
that's another way
They
of
going
becoming
to the
broke
club
with
tonight?
women using you too. You know
That's
what I mean?
not using,
If
that's
you don't have that
appropriate.
kind of gusto,
That's
on you,
appropriate.
yeah.
I
Like-
teach my son that.
Let me-
That's
let me tell
appropriate.
you,
Don't y'all think if
That's why
if
my
y'all
boyfriend would
all
never
out-
do that.
If y'all all out and like
my boyfriend
one of
do it
your
all the
guy
time.
friends come, wouldn't you like?
He
I
always
just
picking up
in
his
my
tab.
mind, I tell my son that he's 16. I'm like, if you meet a girl somewhere, like
What's your son say to that?
he just taking it all in. He's 16, but he's not like my son is like a nerd.
Do you give him money like I want to see
Well,
how
he
that
got,
works.
she got to, because where else he getting
I
the
want
money?
I
think
want to see how
that's
that's
right.
gonna
He got a
work.
job.
You telling him to pay for
No,
everybody.
I'm just teaching him.
She's
Because
grooming
if we
him.
go out with
She's
four women
grooming
like
him.
y'all and y'all ordering like $35 stuff,
He
and
gonna
he
be
got
calling
to
me
pay
like,
like
Mom, oh my
But
$190.
he's 16. He shouldn't
He's
be
just
doing
gonna
all
pay
that.
You told him to do
Grooming him,
that.
like,
Yeah.
If you out with your little best friend, his little best girlfriend, if you out with her,
Okay.
like,
At
five
16, they
times,
getting
Okay, so
two
you
for
told him it's
20
just your friends,
at
friends,
Applebee's.
right?
I mean, but
and
even
stuff.
if you like dating a girl, like I feel because I'm used to guys doing it. It
All right,
might be a Philly
I'm
thing,
gonna
but
ask you this. You remember in Philadelphia when we say no humps? Remember that? That meant, for all the people that don't know, it mean my grub is my grub. I'm not sharing with nobody.
No hump.
So now, you don't remember that in Philadelphia?
stingy in
but
Philly,
you came
huh?
from the store like, no humps, I'm not giving up nothing. So you telling your son, go ahead and buy everybody.
Yeah,
a bag
no,
of-
I'm saying like if you meet
Humpty
girls
hump.
as a man, if it's women at the table, I feel like because it's nothing better than when you like out with your girlfriend.
Right, somebody pay the bill.
Yeah. Like, you be like,
So wait, Omar, so you never done paid the bill for a table of girls?
Nah.
So
What if you should
I'm straight.
I'm gonna give you a scenario.
If y'all in the tab, I'm pushing away.
Yeah, so we just
I'ma
gonna be
give you a
thirsty
scenario.
and hungry.
So we all hanging out at TGI Fridays across the street having some drinks. And you and Salim come through on your way to the parking garage and y'all see us at the bar having drinks and come decide to have a drink with
Right.
us. Y'all not gonna pick up the tab?
If Salim can pick up the tab, I'm like, Salim, you picking up the
Salim
tab?
got
for him?
it.
Cool. And y'all all gonna walk away. Omar is cheat. I'm gonna say Omar never said he was gonna pay
he's
for that
an
meal.
Aries. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I'm not the dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
really-
that dude.
I don't
And
do
I'm
Aries.
telling
No,
you,
Aries
I'm
is
that
good
honest.
for my boy.
I'm that
Right.
honest.
Yes.
I'm not doing that. Because
Right.
if I didn't come to the party, I don't even know you. I'm like,
I don't even know
I'm
you.
not paying
That's
for him.
Aries though.
No.
He an Aries, so that's different. His opinion
I ain't
is
doing that.
His opinion is
You got the
singular.
wrong dude. No, I ain't doing that. And so that's why a lot of girls that try to cheat, they don't do that.
Well,
I
that's
already
why
know
when you broke,
my
no girl ain't gonna
personality-
take care of you because of this.
Cause she gonna be like, that nigga ain't even buy my beer.
My personality
that
is
week when you
is
messed
that
up.
deal. Like I'm not getting over on Omar, so you already know. So I never could get with them. That's why I wrote the book Fly Girl. I couldn't get with them kind of girls, so they already knew. Like he want to pay for his stuff, he want to do his
He's
stuff.
an Aries.
And I already know. I
That's
got
how
a
Aries
character in there that he's like, look, dude. In the screenplay, I push it even more. Like, yo, you want me to buy this? You already know what time it is with me. Like, you know.
So,
But
okay,
I-
let's just say that you were out with a young lady, but y'all are
Okay.
friends, not even dating or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You would pay for her to eat, right?
Yeah, we friends. It's like, all right, I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and tell you, yeah, it's no
Okay.
big deal
Right.
with that. But I'm a whole table full of girls, I don't know. Man, unless I'm just
If
hit
you
the
know one
lottery
of
or
them.
something, I'm feeling good.
Hit the lottery.
Yeah, I'm
Fridays?
feeling good. Like, I'm a splurge.
I'm a
Right.
buy this Fridays.
How much is 4 people at Fridays, you think?
Like
Like $100?
$92.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
that.
He said unless I hit the lottery, that shit $100. You don't need to hit the
You
lottery
better
for
pay that
$100.
tab. But that's Aries though. I got 2 boy cousins that's Aries, and they just like that.
Now let's talk about this, Sheena. There was something about watching him pound on another bitch, bending her over and gliding his penis inside her. Watching him in action became one of my favorite things to do. Last night was no different. Well, maybe a little different. And then you talk about your best friend.
So wait, let me say something before you. Oh, I was reading this like, wait a minute. This B girl.
I know. He
I've
drives
had
me
a
crazy.
B. I've had a B. Now it didn't get to where it went with you guys, but we all had. Well, we all don't. I don't know about everybody, but I've had a guy who I was just friends with that we had casual sex, and I knew about. We talked about everything that he had going on in his sexual life with his baby mama and other girls and blah blah blah, and it never bothered me. So there's a part in after this where.
Is
The
so
part that
basically
you read, he was
yeah
with-
he was with like
his-
basically like one of my closest guy friends or whatever. I think we started out as just like regular friends, like people in the you know how Philly talk. So I will always catch the case like I know you fucking him, I know you. I'm like no I'm not.
No, I'm not.
So just like one day we was like fuck it,
Fuck
they say
it.
we
They
fucking
say
us
we
fuck.
doing it, we might
And
as
it just
well
was we both the same sign, so it just was magical like. goddamn, like some real bomb, no strings attached sex. So basically, like, it went from that to him like calling me like, oh, I'm with such and such, and she was like, Sheena is so fucking sexy, like I wonder. And then we would have little threesomes, like random little threesomes with his random little chicks, and it didn't bother me because like in a sense sexually I'm like always I like to be in control, so I was able to control the situation. But that particular time that I talk about in penetration, it was his baby mom, and I think like even now to this day, like I hate that I let our relationship get to that point, because when it comes to her, it's not that I don't like it's not a jealousy. It's just like, nigga, like how you had these kids with her and not with me?
Like I didn't
So
did
you
all
did have
the
feelings.
nitty-gritty
Is
shit.
there such a thing as sex with no
See,
strings
I feel
attached?
like when I read that part of the book, it was like you didn't know you had feelings until that moment.
That moment, I feel like when I had that threesome with him and his baby mom, that's when I knew I loved him and that I let the shit go too far.
Right.
Because I heard about all his stories.
But he had sex with her and not you.
Yeah.
During the threesome.
In that threesome.
Wait, so how is it
and
a
passionate
threesome?
love making sex.
It was
Well, I
just-
mean, because everybody
she
was
was
still
doing stuff
engaged.
to me. We were still engaged. Like I gave
She
him
was squirting
oral,
in the
but
girl's face.
So
like, all
you
in her
didn't
hair.
touch him at all?
like I kind of like gave him head a little bit, but it wasn't.
He did not
See,
have
our
sex.
usual.
So he
both of them.
showed
Because our
basically like
usual-
this
what
is
it
my
was-
girl.
No, it wasn't. I think that because, like, all right, we have had a talks about it because the bitch was requesting to have threesomes more than that, and I was just like, I'm not doing it, because what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna be sitting there acting like, cause you like in that situation, like I had to kind of act like we never did it before.
So if he fucked you, would you have been?
I probably would have felt better.
Okay.
So what are you going to say, Omar?
I was going to ask you, was the woman like you less attractive or what?
I never thought. I'm not sexually attracted to her,
Okay.
but I think it was my relationship with him that made me even do it. Because I remember being in a parking lot like, bitch, you should just leave. But I was like, I don't want to, like, let me just go see what's going to happen. Because I didn't know how he was going to act. And in my mind, I'm like, we always had threesomes, like, and they always mad popping. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like...
Any different from another
No
one.
different. But with her, it was like, and then what it did was it made like so much, like I done had sex with him in her apartment, in her fucking bed. So I'm like, I know we ain't gonna get here and you gonna act
this
like we
is
don't
real
pop.
talk here, boy. This
Like
is
real life.
talk.
Like I'm not gonna sit here, we ain't gonna sit here and act like we ain't never popped.
Did y'all ever have a threesome and him not fuck the girl that y'all had a
Yeah.
threesome with? So
We
that's
had-
what it was. Now
Yeah.
she.
It was a role reversal.
And it
Yeah.
was like he was trying to like save her feelings.
Right.
Because not for nothing, when we do have sex, it's like intense. Like
Because she didn't know that
That
y'all
we-
were already having sex.
she
I'm
thought
in this
that, yeah.
She thought that was the first time for everybody.
I'm in this
Yeah,
right?
conversation.
She thought like they was drunk, they was out, they was doing their thing, and then supposedly
It was a
she was
spontaneous
like, we
pop
should
off
have a
with your best
threesome. And he was
friend.
like, well, let
All
me
right,
call
let me call Sheena.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Not
it was
knowing
supposed
that
to
y'all
be-
already had it
And then
popping.
I mean, and we was already having sex for years before this happened.
So
Like
you was
before
ready,
they even
you
had
was ready to
kids.
ask me about no strings
Is
attached.
there such a thing as sex with no strings attached? Because people always say that,
For
we
men.
had sex for years with no strings attached, but clearly that's
But
not.
that was a string. I think the string got attached that night.
Right.
Like what the
but it was
fuck?
attached before that. You just
Yeah, it was
didn't know.
before
I
that.
didn't know because
The string got tugged
I
that
talk
night.
about being in
The
Arizona.
string was
and being like,
attached. It was the first
"Motherfucker,
time it
you
was
got-"
tugged.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
have to, you know, because really, whenever you have sex with her, you've been into that person. It's what it is. You know, you can't. You know, I've been in that girl 50 times. You can't say that. No, you've been inside her. It's not
That's
no strings
strings.
attached. That is an attachment. That's what playboys do. You know what I mean? Like they might forget your name, but they know I had her.
Right.
That's it. You know, ain't no strings attached. That is an attachment. Penetration.
Is the attachment.
That's real.
It's the attachment.
Penetration. In fact, I like that because I'm a penetrator too, mentally.
Me
I'm
too.
a penetrator. I'm an Aries, so I'm trying to penetrate your mind
I
all
mind-
the time.
I mind
and
fucks
so I'm
niggas
into that.
every
Yeah. So it's like, so the reason why I write, I want to penetrate your mind. You see what I'm saying? So I use the same word. So
No,
it ain't,
you
when
are
I
good at
penetrate
that
your
with the
mind,
book.
I
Very
want
good.
that to be there. It ain't no strings attached. Did you like my book? Did you read my book? Did you read
What
my
was
you know
your
what I mean?
favorite
I wanna be
penetrated
there.
your
I
Exactly.
fucked your mind.
Yeah.
And that,
damn
but,
right.
but in your
Always.
generation, like when this
So
kind
that
of
ain't
stuff
no
was coming
strings
out, that's
attached.
what y'all was able to do.
Yeah.
Like even on the writing, like business side, like as a woman, like now trying to get into like. In my mind, like I feel like I want to be legendary. Like I want
Yeah.
people to say these books changed my life, whether it's the
Yeah.
authors and stuff or this. Like
Penetration.
how y'all was, but it's harder now.
Yeah.
It's harder now because
Definitely.
people not reading. But
Their
I feel
cell
like if
phone.
you grab my book, you
That
never
cell
gonna put it
phone.
down.
The
I
reality
didn't put it
shows.
down. From the
like,
time I opened it.
I'm straight cocky with
The
my
social
shit.
media.
Like y'all could be on social media all y'all want, but if
That's
you
why
pick
I'm
up
going
this
to
book,
movies.
like when people be acting like they don't want to read, I'm like, read the first page.
You
If
know what?
don't-
I'm gonna tell you
Bible.
something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. books are the most intimate art form. And I'm going to tell you why. When you go to the movies, you talking trash to the movie. I would do this and I would do that. When you listen to music, you vibing. When you read a book,
you become
and it's
in
with
your mind.
Brothers don't read. When you read a book, it's no lying. You reading it like, damn, oh man, because there's no friends around.
Nothing
it's
else.
just you
It's
and
you
the
and that
book.
book.
Sometimes you gotta go back.
You can't lie.
But that's where
guys don't like
that's
that.
where I was with penetration. Like, I'm gonna be so transparent because I want every female to read this book to feel like, damn, I did that before.
And that's penetration.
Or I could have been there before.
Yeah.
Or like,
Y'all
what would
see me
I
raising
put in
my
my
And they
hand?
can't lie. So they may not tell you,
They not gonna
but when
tell
they
you.
reading that book, they're like, oh my God, she know me. Oh my God.
Like, bitch, you was in
It's-
my
it's
room.
intimate.
How you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's the most
exactly.
intimate.
And
But
it's
when you
like
listen to
Everything
music,
I've learned in life, I've
breathe
learned
that.
from reading
books,
books,
right?
Yeah.
really.
Exactly.
And I
Me
still,
too.
I still read all the time. So I have
Yeah.
a book club.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
And
gonna lose
She has a
that.
book club and she also
And
has
I'm
a
an
book wall.
ambassador for.
Oh,
I'm
that's
an
good.
ambassador for the New York Public Library.
I love
Yeah.
that though. Like,
Yeah.
because if we don't read, how you gonna know?
Yeah.
Like, audio is cool.
You know
all of that
what's
is
crazy
cool.
right
Yeah,
now?
books are just different.
I need to hold it in my hand.
I got
and,
my
like, feel
Fly
it and
Girl.
lay
I
with it.
put out the screenplay for Fly Girl. It's excellent. You get it in Amazon. You get it Barnes and Nobles, iBook. Right now, I had 21 girls audition for scenes. One dude. And I know they don't read.
Right, you were
and
saying
you
that they
already
would
know
know.
how
Guys
many
don't
cool
read.
dudes are in Fly Girl. Like,
Yeah.
she not
Yeah.
gonna date no corny dude. We talking about Philly, right?
But what I'm-
the dudes as cool as ever. Dudes won't read nothing.
But
like,
guess what I'll say about
you gotta read
penetration
it.
is
So now I'm
guys
thinking
is
like,
reading it.
how can I cast a dude who won't swing? Yeah, I'm not gonna spoon feed you. You gotta know your
You gotta
lines.
read it. You
So
gotta
now
read it and
you
become it.
locking yourself out of a job because you
you
can't
don't wanna read.
Yeah.
I can't trust
you
you. I'm
won't
not
read.
showing up trying to read the script to
won't.
you.
Well, hopefully they
What you gonna have
can
somebody
read.
read the script to you? Hey, girl, read my script. That's crazy. Like, you 21, 30 years old. Like, that's sick, man. Like, brothers piss me off with that. And again, I'm a Philadelphian, so I get in your face like, yo, dude, you don't read, and you gonna try to act like it's cool. Like, yeah, and they apologize all the time.
Like, I ain't read it, but,
every time
I'm
they
here
meet
for the
me,
audition.
every time they meet me, I want to apologize. I don't read much. I'm like, cool, man. Just it's cool.
Why you even say that from the
Yeah,
beginning?
but
They should just be
feel
quiet.
guilty.
They feel they
They feel guilty
I
all
think
the
it's
time.
very. I think it's very.
I ain't read none
I
of
think
your
it's very
stuff.
sexy
I
when
know
men
you
read
write that
books.
girl
too.
stuff, you know that. And so I'm like, yo, I don't write girl stuff. You just need to read more. I actually wrote more masculine books, but of course they sell less.
Right.
I know a lot of guys that read books, but they're in jail.
Yeah, when they're in
but
jail,
yeah,
they gotta get locked down in
Yeah.
jail. I get all kind of letters from jail. I'm like, how come y'all can't read when y'all free?
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause then
When
they-
they get
yeah.
out, they'll continue
I'm
to
too
read.
busy, man. I'm
Yeah.
doing this. I'm doing that.
A lot
I'm
of
doing
guys
this.
order
I'm doing
penetration though. I
that.
was shocked. Like, guys, like a lot of guys. Like, I was getting like my uncle is like close to my age. He my great uncle, but he was like, "Where that book at?" Because my homie was like, "This the book you gotta keep in your car."
Girl,
'Cause they be
listen.
doing-
Now you
I'm
can't
like,
let your
first of
uncle
all,
read it.
Yeah, he
From the
read it.
first, when I first opened the book, from the first encounter you had with the first guy, I think you called them checks.
Yeah.
Girl, it was the double-edged dildo involved in this first story. So from that point on, I was like, this, I got to keep reading
Wow.
because if that's coming first, what's coming next?
It's
Girl.
just, but life
Get
is
your attention right
life
away.
is crazy.
Exactly, my point.
Life is crazy.
But what if it wasn't sexual? Would you kept reading it?
I mean, Fly Girl wasn't sexual, and I read it the same way from the
Okay.
beginning. In the beginning, she was at her birthday party, right?
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
with her cousins and her hating ass aunts.
that's so cerebral. A girl being at a birthday. Come on, what girl
Yeah.
ain't gonna read a
All the
birthday
time.
her birthday party? So I
I mean, but she was a
started
little
with a
girl.
good note.
Yeah, she was a little girl, and we
Like,
But it is true. As soon as
Tracy grow up
Yeah.
and become
When
a
you
woman in
first
this
start
book.
reading a book, it is so important what you put in those first few pages that's going to make you say, I want this book or I'm not interested. Because our attention spans, I feel like.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
now. Like now, like I wish I could have put all volumes in one.
Yeah.
But now it's 2019. My little young,
Yeah.
my readers
Break
don't
it down.
have
That
all
much
this time.
time.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I gotta spread it out because literally, like, it's just not the same. Because
That's what
I
I
really,
do
I
now.
read it in a few hours, and I'm waiting for more.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Can I
that's
get
what
a
wanted,
can I
though.
get
I
a
want-
can I get an express version
I'm gonna sing.
before
I'm
it
gonna.
goes?
I'm gonna. I'm
Can I
gonna
get a
send you a little
volume 2
snippet.
express? Little,
Oh my!
feed me a
We're
little
talking
something.
about just really not being able to have sex with no strings attached. Have you ever thought you would be with a woman you didn't really want to be with her like that, but then you ended up falling for her, just kind of like Sheena did?
No. No, I mean, I'm going to know, like, you know what I mean? If you already got a mental capacity and a physical, then I'm just like, I may think of other girls, but you already there. But if I'm like, this girl's never going to get there with me, no, I'm just like a girl. Like, nah, man, because I can't, I'm not a liar. So at the end of the day, like, you don't like me, I've been giving it to you, I've been doing this. And I'm like, yo, man, I told you from day one, like
Like,
we're
how
going to be
long did
there,
that
we're not
last?
moving there.
But why waste your time sleeping with somebody that you wouldn't even be interested in?
Pussy.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Say that again.
Why waste your time sleeping with somebody you'll never be interested in like that?
Sexuality, man.
Pussy, you heard me.
So you think
I'm
it's
tell y'all
not
a story. I'm full of stories. I had a dude. We went to in Central High School in Philly. We went on a skiing trip, and this dude was a good dude, football team dude, and he was talking about dating good girls, and he had friends that was dating girls and was just giving it up. And it was the funniest part because he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm dating these girls I really like," and they like, "Yo, I'm gonna boast this girl." But so we both learning like you. At the end of the day, you gotta practice what you gotta do as a male. So as you like, yo, man, I can't get none from this church girl. I love her, but I'm 19 now. I gotta get some, man. So you start like, yo, I gotta get this girl. You still date her, right?
That's
And
what
then you
you
gonna find your
gotta
little body that's gonna give it up.
Practice.
That's
so you
fucked up.
learn that, man. Like I gotta. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a virgin.
Fuck
and
this
then this
good girl.
the same girl I've been spending all that time. And girls are funny. You've been with all this time, and she break up with you, and the next dude get it in 2 weeks, and you I spent all that time because she
knew you was
next dude.
fucking-
No,
Because
she
you
knew
groomed
you
her.
was fucking
Oh,
everybody.
got it
man.
ready.
She
Let me
knew
tell
you was
something.
fucking with
And you
everybody.
talking about an ego being hurt, so no, a lot of guys learn I gotta practice my body, and so girls become practice. It's what it is.
What
They become
happens is you
practice
start
girls.
practicing too much,
Yeah.
okay?
And she
And
knows.
What
too
y'all
many.
call it? Y'all call it an F buddy? That's what they call
Fuck
it.
buddy.
Buddy, yeah.
I can cuss on this.
Yes,
show?
yes, yes.
Haven't you heard them millions of curses
Let
so
it all
far?
loose.
I'm
This the
being
internet,
professional the
baby.
whole time.
So on the
Yeah.
last episode,
That's
we
what it
always
is.
play this game where you have to guess who said it, right? Out of the three of us, you have to guess which one of us had this story. And the story was she was cheating on her boyfriend, so she had to pretend that she was going out because there was a guy at her house, and she got dressed, drove around the block to pretend she was going somewhere to make the guy leave so that her boyfriend could come over. Which one of us you think did that? If you had to guess, Gigi,
Out of
me,
the three of us.
or L'Oreal?
I guess you.
Okay, Sheena, you guess me.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think it was?
I would say you too. You saw the story. I'm going to instincts that you did that.
Yeah, it was me.
It
I was a
was
lot
you.
younger. That did happen. You ever
I
had
thought you wasn't gonna
This
tell
is
until
the
the
first.
next
No, this from
episode.
last week.
This is
Oh,
from last week,
God.
yeah. But this is the first because usually
excited.
everybody, we do this every week and usually people guess wrong. This is the first that not one
They
person
both
but
got
both
me. I think I
people
told the
guessed
story too
right.
Yeah.
good.
No,
But
no,
did.
no.
He was like, and then this
I
happened.
just look in your eyes and I'm
And then
like,
she put on a leopard
Angela
Nike
is so
hoodie.
like acting like she innocent, but you got bright orange nails, girl.
But listen,
that mean?
how do you get somebody out of the house when you want them to leave and they won't leave?
What you about to do?
That's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
key
like,
thing.
Or you text
Listen,
your girlfriend.
I got-
I'll text my girlfriend's like, girl, in like 7 seconds, keep blowing my phone up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, this
Like
shit
what?
just
Like
happened.
my sister is getting on my nerves.
You know, some
All
guys
kinda
will be like,
stuff.
"Well, I'll wait here till you get back."
No, you won't get out.
Bye.
I don't play that.
That's my daughter. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Like what you about to do?
How many guys y'all have on this show? Like when y'all do y'all,
A lot.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got a lot of
Yeah, for
guys.
sure.
Yeah.
Do y'all
All
ask
types
them
of
book
guys.
questions? Do they read like?
Well, it depends on
So y'all never have book guys, or they don't.
No.
Is he the first?
See that?
Celine.
Do
I
you,
think
want,
you was-
do you
no,
understand
Celine.
how crazy it is? Y'all can't invite a book dude on
Celine
it.
was
It's like
actually the
crazy.
first
Like,
author with Fatally Flawless.
That's crazy.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're
Devon
our second.
Franklin.
Devon Franklin was here.
Our third, right.
And
Devon Franklin.
he was such a good
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all
episode.
something. I was in Oakland one time, and I was out there, and the black male journalist, he was interviewing me, and we having a drink afterwards, and he was like, "So Omar,
Who
how do you?"
paid?
Yeah, black dude.
No,
black
who
dude.
paid for the
paid for
drink?
the
No, it was a
joke.
nobody paid for the drink. But here's the point. The point is, he started talking about us being writers, and he was like, "How does your friends feel about?" I like, "Come on, man, my friends don't even." He was like, "Yeah, we like Martians.
Yeah.
We are really men who write black men. It's crazy. Like we in year 2019, and you start talking about writing as an intellectual, and it's like you like one of the dudes on the moon. Like you really do that? In fact, when my wife, when we was in Delaware, people were asking, "Are you married to a white man?" Because she knows
Because she was married to a writer.
Oh my God! Like married to a white
My
man. She
mentor
was
is
like,
a writer.
"No."
He a man.
And now I feel like we had
He's a
a
good
few
writer.
authors. We even had what was the book he had? What the something about gay and
Yes, look at that, look at that. You looking at, but I bet you
No,
had a
'cause
million
he-
rappers
what was
on here
it?
and a million athletes.
Michael
Yeah.
Arceneaux was up here. You can't date
I wasn't
Jesus.
here that
Yeah,
day.
can't date
Yeah.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And then no,
I
he
missed
said
that
the next
episode.
book was gonna be something with gay in it.
So now, as I head into movie writing, I already know I'm gonna blow it out because brothers can't read. Like, I mean, they didn't write like that. So now I'm like, all the hip hop dudes, all the they can't write. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to kill this
I
thing.
think writing is a
Please do.
Oh
is
man,
a
I'm
way
about
to
to be
gift.
Mr. Standout.
Yeah, I think
Bring your stories to me.
writing
I'll
is
put
a
them in
gift,
movies.
and you try
You know
to
what I mean? 'Cause
suppress
they
it,
can't
but
write.
you gotta do
Right.
it.
It's sad. So I'm looking at that like, dude, I'm gonna make all the money. So I'm looking at that like, I got to go on that because nobody else can do that. Now they're doing freestyling where they don't even write with the rap. They get high. They don't even write it down now. Like somebody got to write it down. You're gonna get publishing credits. Somebody got to write it down.
Gigi need her story told.
Oh,
I do.
man.
I got you. Because that's my goal. My goal is to tell the story of different women. Like I never really read a lot of fiction. I read like
Me too.
people autobiographies. I'm really interested because I just feel like, especially women, like it's women that go through hell and hot water and come out on top, and it's so inspiring and it just sends chills through my body. So my goal is to tell the story of different women, and I like to tell it the way I like to tell it.
You know how long we've been on this show talking about me writing a book?
Well, I'm calling you tomorrow.
Since
and
we
can
started.
Since, yes.
Like
for
I
about
always
4
tell
years
people,
now.
like even if because obviously you feel like you're not a writer.
I'm not.
But get a dragon
have
and
a
talk,
story.
and then
Wait a minute,
say
y'all
it.
had this show for 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been
that's
around
good,
for
man.
a while.
Yeah, we've been very consistent with it.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff don't last long now, man. It's like I'm tired of that. I got the new thing. Everything is trending.
But that's because they talk about things that's current. They talk about things that's thought provoking.
We talk about sex,
relationship, like things that's going on right now. Because you can get
current
lost
affairs all the time.
You can get lost in the BS, but in reality, like, and that's why I'm still writing, like, because everybody be like, "Oh, you write books?" They be so like impressed. I'm like, hello, I grew up reading books, so I want to tell these new stories because those stories is important. Those stories, like people, when I was growing up, shout out to Terry Woods too, who's from Philly. Guys used to be like, you just like the girl in the book, and I'm like, what book? I didn't even know what they was talking about. It made me go get the book. Like, ooh, I am not like her.
Yeah,
but I guess I was. You know what I mean? I was a writer. I was being this person. I was doing all this. So it's just like we need to read. We need to, because reading is fundamental. It's educational, and everybody has a story, and your story is valid. I tell people that all the time. Like, you don't know who's going to be touched
that's the
by
reason
your
I'm
reality.
sitting here now. That my confidence had to be because my boys I played football. I fought. I'm a regular Philadelphian. So they're like, man, you can write. You ain't no Stephen King. They was joking, but I had that confidence.
Yes,
I'm gonna be the first one. So I told my friends
because
I
our
said, I'm
stories
gonna be the first
matter.
one. And then check this out. We was on South Street in Philadelphia, and my friend like, yo, you blowing up, man. You blowing up. And I like, I'm still cool. Like, no, I'm cool. It's Omar Tyree. I was like, oh my God, I'm telling you. And they still didn't read my books. They bragged
just
about
knew
me,
exactly
and
who
they
you
had
were.
nothing.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I just had an argument with one of my male friends. Like, how you be acting like you support me? You ain't even read my book.
Do you think that Hollywood wants to do these movies now because you do have these screenplays and they see that
Hollywood is
it's
all
lucrative?
money, man. They all money, dude. They don't care about nothing. It's sad, you know what I mean? So we got to fight tooth and nail. Right now with Fly Girl, I wrote the screenplay, but I got Hollywood people want to write their own because they don't want to pay me.
No, they want to write their
That's
version of your
crazy.
story.
They don't want to pay
tell
you. I'm like,
their
dude,
version of your
like,
shit.
I done wrote an excellent screenplay, but they trying to figure out how to give their people money, and I'm supposed to disagree with that. So now they're
They
like,
got
Omar's
people that's
different.
I
already
had
on
somebody
payroll.
trying to buy my first
Yeah.
book. Like, how you gonna tell me and my daughter's story more than better than me?
Right.
It's
your
crazy.
Story.
Like,
so
you
they
wrote it in
all
real
about
time
that
as
money,
it was
man. It's like
Yeah,
they
like,
want
it
to
was-
push you
it
out
was
the
this
way.
my life. How you gonna
So
tell my
it's
life
like
better than
right
me?
now, I'm looking at Jordan Peele telling his horror stories. I
Yeah.
look at Tyler Perry. He's doing his, I look at the people that can control that
Lena
stuff.
Waithe.
And it's not an ego thing.
DuVernay.
It's a getting it done thing, man.
Right.
5 years it ain't got done. So now I jump in front of you trying to push me out the way again. I'm like,
they'll
no,
try
That's
to-
like
dude.
the coldest winter ever. Whatever happened to them
Because I
movie?
seen the
That was supposed to
trailer
be a
with
I was
with
waiting for
Jada
that
and them
Jada,
with it,
right? Yeah.
So listen, I have a question for you, Omar. This screenplay for Fly Girl.
Excellent.
If you could choose your Tracy, who would it be?
Oh, Yara Shahidi. I already said
Oh,
that.
I love her.
I saw her
Yara.
when
She's
she,
so
and this is what,
cute.
I'm going to
I
tell y'all
love her.
something. When she was first on TV, I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of black girls ain't on TV, man. We ain't on TV. So when I saw her in Black-ish in 2014, I said, yo, she could be Tracy. She had the look, she had the sassy little attitude. I said, she could be Tracy. And I stuck with it from the, I didn't know she was going to blow up like she,
Right.
so now I'm like, I chose her from day one, but we don't get that many opportunities on TV. White girls all over TV. We don't have them opportunities. Hispanic girls, they ain't on TV like that. So I picked her like she had the look, she had the sass, she's on TV, boom. But hit the Tracy thing is like she got that extra Philly thing.
Because you
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
a Philly girl. You
know
gotta
what
get
I
my
mean?
cousin
Like,
Nafisa Williams,
yeah.
who is
Okay.
She
But
from
I
Philly.
can
She
teach
an
her that.
actress.
I can
You don't
teach her
gotta
the
teach Fisa.
dialogue.
Fisa from
I
West
can
Philly.
teach
She
her
got
the
it.
dialogue. I can teach her
But
the
you know, we
dialogue.
do have
but
a
she
lot
has to
more
want
outlets.
to be that.
Yeah, now we do.
We do,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
they even
She
have
gotta
UMC.
want to be that character.
That's
Yeah.
they even have UMC TV, which is all telling black stories and is
Yeah.
just for.
But
Just
see
for
that I'm telling you, if Yara Shahidi did this Fly Girl, it's iconic.
Right.
You know what I mean? But some people like that's a little too. They would do standing ovations. But I already know. You know.
But what about like
standing ovations
with stuff like Netflix and stuff like that out? You
No.
can't just put your own
I ain't into
thing
that.
together.
I want the big screen,
Big
man.
thing.
I tell black
Or like the
people all the
Haitian
time.
I feel like
The Haitian
Netflix
Kid-
has
the
some
Haitian Kid
shows
did
that
so well.
Some
Fly
movies
Girl
that
is
have
worth
been
the
bigger.
big screen.
Yeah,
Fly
I'm
Girl
big
not
is
screen.
saying that it's not, but what I'm saying is there was humongous successful Netflix thing. Like, what's the blind? What was the thing where everybody?
the bird. What's
That
it
was
called?
real
Bird
big.
Box.
You know
Bird
what I
Box.
mean? That was like broke records. So that's why I'm saying there's other outlets. If you got to wait 5 years for something to come out, wouldn't you rather just
You don't
put...
give up. No, you don't.
I'm not saying
see-
give up.
Okay,
You
yeah.
put another outlet.
No,
You know what
Fly
I'm saying?
Girl is big money. It was the one that started everything. It needs to be big money. And
He
I already
wasn't
got.
motion-
I'm
major
ready to do a
motion
25
picture. I'm aware of
city.
that.
Do
I'm
you
just
do
saying.
you guys understand that I'm known in Canada, the Caribbean, the UK? You know, I'm not like some unknown.
No, yeah,
but
everybody
since
knows
people
you.
don't read,
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
they don't know who
Yeah.
I am.
I think
But
our
go to-
generation,
they
we like
ask
tell
me,
people,
so
like,
you
no,
do a
that's
whole
this.
international tour with Fly Girl? So I'm waiting for that. I'm not one to enter, because you don't meet people. It's same with ebooks, right? Versus physical. We signing books. We going. It's physical. That ebook thing.
That's
I'm
how
not
I feel.
signing
Like when I go
ebooks.
to actual events and people, I feel like when people
Yeah.
hear my story and hear me talk, I sell out of every book on the table.
Yeah.
But it's harder to like.
on an ebook.
I mean, it's so hard. It's like social media, all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I primarily was using social media to tell my daughter's story to inspire people. Like it wasn't about me. It never was about me.
Right.
But now it's like now I had to shoot a trailer. I had to do this. I had to do that. Like got the opportunity to do this, which I'm so thankful for.
Right.
But it's like if I don't talk about it, y'all don't know about it.
Right.
All right,
And-
now let's talk about something else though.
Okay.
In real life, and let's relate some things to real life. Let's talk about changing your phone number. Because you could fall in love with somebody so much that you got to change everything, change your phone number,
I've
switch
done
it up.
that.
Have y'all done that? I've
Yeah,
never changed
I
my phone
have.
number.
Once.
But I
Listen.
have the same phone number for like 15 years.
Y'all know how much I changed my damn number.
So you did that.
I
You the only
changed
one that
my
did
phone
that.
number
get
one
rid of it.
time.
I've done
I
it.
did it one
you did it.
time for one man. It was just like I had started doing reality TV, and it was like all these old guys was popping back up, and all.
you were with somebody else.
It was always a different argument. So I finally just was like, forget it. I'm gonna change my number. Half of them wasn't calling me before they see me on TV, so I really didn't care, and I was like really in love. So I changed my number, but after like a year, I was like, why the fuck did I change my number?
Because you wanted to call other people.
You get
Like,
what
I
I'm
need you
saying?
to call me.
There was a couple people that I was like, I lost touch with, because I didn't save nobody number or nothing. I deaded my phone, changed my number, everything. Like, fuck everybody in the phone and the number.
But now they'll find you on social media.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's easy to find
well,
someone if you want to.
but this was
Years
like
before in
6
wait,
years ago.
But Sheena, you did change
That's
your number
crazy.
at a point for a
So
guy.
how'd
I
you do
did.
yours?
I
How'd
changed
you
my
do
number
yours?
to be like submissive. Not never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do yours?
Well, most recently I changed my number. My boyfriend wanted me to change my number because we were fresh off of a breakup and back together, and I didn't do it because he wanted me to do it. I did it because I started getting prank phone calls from random weirdos
It was
with
him.
their penis.
Because he wanted you to change
He
your
wanted
We
number.
were together.
They were calling your number?
We were I don't know if they were calling my iCloud, but it was FaceTime calls where they were calling me and I would answer and it would be like a penis. Like
So you needed it. You had to change your number.
so that's the last time I changed my number.
I think, but in the hood, like changing your
Yeah,
number
she
means
gotta
you really
change
like
that.
somebody though. Like
Right.
back in
She
the
gotta
day, like
change
No, I
that.
had to
before
change it the
social
very
media,
last
if you
time.
change your number for a dude, like oh she really
That's
like
how I
you.
felt. I was
Oh,
like,
you
oh,
in love,
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 love.
love.
If I'm looking
You
at
be
my
texting people
number,
like, my new number?
and girls are sending me pictures of vaginas, and I got to change that number, like, cause you know what I mean. Like I still got, you know what I mean, relations. Like yo, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing.
No, I have
yeah,
no
that's
idea who
crazy.
this person was. They were like
It's just
playing
like a
along.
random.
Nah, yeah, you
Was
had to
it a
change
light
that.
skinned dick, a dark skinned
He
dick,
was
a white
white.
one?
He was white.
A white dick?
Oh.
Was it
Pink?
pink?
Yes.
You could have just blocked
Was
him
it
though,
pink?
G.
I mean, I could have, but he was
like,
calling
was
me
it
on
pink?
FaceTime from an email address, so he could have just kept calling from different email
Oh, because it
addresses.
was email.
Yeah.
That's when you have a guy answer the phone all the time, like, what are you doing?
No, but I get pissed off when people send stuff to my phone.
Answer with an asshole.
Also,
Kiss
in
this.
the spirit of keeping it all the way 100, because y'all know that's what I do, I was actually happy to change my number because I wanted to soothe my boyfriend of all of the issues that he was having with us coming off of a breakup and being back together. So it was like perfect time for me to change my number.
It all worked out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like you just wanted, like not appease him, but like show him like I'm
Yeah.
ready, I'm committed, I'm in it 100%.
Yeah, but it
think
was
if
like, I
had a
did it
real
because
man,
of
I would
this.
probably change my.
I did it because of
I
this,
had a real
but
man, sorry.
Yeah.
I know this is something that you want, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do it.
Have you ever asked someone? Sorry. Have you ever asked someone to change
change
your
their
number?
number?
Nah. I'm not in that number stuff, man. Like, past boyfriends, all that. You done with dude? You finished with him? Tell him to
right.
stop calling you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you need me to talk to him? I'm that dude. Like, I'll talk to him. Yo, dude, don't call her no more, man. She's done with you. I'm not trying to be
Yo,
no
dude.
hard rock or
He's
nothing
so
like that.
Philly.
Like, but why you gonna keep calling it? I mean, like, you being a lackey now, dude. Like, leave her alone. Go find a new. I mean, I'm just being real.
I've told somebody to unfollow somebody, but I never asked nobody to change their number.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm like, why you still following
why you
this
following?
bitch?
Why you like? I done sent like a likes. Like, damn. I'm like, you is on her dick. You just keep liking everything she
Paying
posts.
attention.
Hello?
Does your wife expect you to be faithful? You think?
Man, look here. You already know. You know what I mean? When you a type A
If he
dude,
said
you
5
already been
wives.
in trouble. So my wife talk about being a ride or die and being, and so, but I'm old school. So I'm like, I know young girls can't take. You know what I mean? Which is like, you can't take it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you a wife of a dude that's a type A dude that's getting money and doing, you got to be able to take it. So I'm like, a young girl, like, you can't handle it. I'm telling you right now, you can't handle it. So I'm going to stay with the woman just like
That
old
you know
school
can hold it
dudes do.
down.
Because she can deal with it. You know what I mean? She can hold the house down. So I'm not never leaving. A young girl like, yo, girl, I'm not leaving my wife.
But
like,
I'm not saying
I'm
that.
not into
Does she
that.
expect you to leave her? But does she expect you to be faithful, or does she accept that, like, okay,
Expect her or me?
expect
You.
you to be faithful?
That was a long time ago, man.
How long you been married
A
for?
long time ago, man. I'm past that now. We a family,
Right.
and we gonna be a family.
So you had to go through things,
Yeah,
and then
that's
settle
automatic.
down.
And,
But in the back of his
and
mind,
it's
he
just
still
a
wants
part of
$5.
being honest again. Like, you don't have to talk about that. Like, I've been hearing this whole Will Smith and Jada Pinkett
Yeah.
open thing forever. But the reality is, when you a type A dude, that's what it is. Like, we've set up where we want to do everybody. You know what I mean? When Drake first came out, every girl in the world, and I'm sitting there thinking like,
That's
you
me.
don't, but that's part of what it is.
You know, my ex-boyfriend's mom told me that men stop cheating when they just get older and they're too tired to run around. It's just not convenient.
Like, it's just not even.
Yeah, it's
All right,
like
now
a
let me ask y'all
routine
something.
anymore.
Do I seem like I'm tired right now?
Not yet. But my boyfriend, so y'all think he gonna stop
I
cheating
can
or
tell
no?
you still
So,
fucking.
you know
I don't know
what I mean?
what's going on.
Yeah, you know what I
But
mean?
he
So-
fucking something else that ain't where he's supposed to be.
So as,
I
when,
ain't got
when
the
you get to
ass to
that point, but then you start talking about, I'm just telling you, I'm gonna throw a couple names at y'all. Hugh Hefner.
You about to? Oh, I thought you about to tell us names of some bitches you was fucking.
Hugh Hefner. You start talking about Quincy Jones.
Right.
You start
Yeah.
talking about dudes that we got energy. It's just in us,
That's
man.
because
Like,
black men with
I'm not
money
gonna
and
lay
success,
down and,
they running around this joint.
white
Yeah.
men too.
You're them too, but we gotta talk about the black men. 'Cause
You ain't never date outside your race?
I've had sex with people outside my race. But
So in the book,
What?
Let's go back to the book.
I kinda
in
did
the book, the guy that you met in the casino, he was white, right? The one with the titties.
The one with the boob fetish. he
Yeah,
was white.
yeah.
But that wasn't my.
I thought he had titties
Right.
too.
No,
I'm like,
he
damn.
wasn't.
No.
I'ma skip that chapter.
He would.
No.
He
In the
would jerk
beginning of the
off
book, one of
and
my
come on her
guy
titties.
friends was a pimp. He's not a pimp no more. But I used to take his hoes to the casino and watch them for him. Because he couldn't go, like he got banned from the casinos. So that's
he
why
got
like,
a
you see
movie
him
like
like
that, right there.
Yeah, chips and all
In
that
Atlantic
because
City.
The beginning of the book, it opens up in Atlantic City because I used to be the girl that drove, like I would drive over Atlantic City and like make sure the hoes got back safe. So I was exposed to
It's a big job. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but he couldn't do it no more because he would be banned
He
from
was
all the
banned from the
casinos.
casino.
But like, if something happened to one of them, what was you gonna do?
Had the money, he would give me cash to bail him out.
bail
'cause
him
when
out
you
of
get
jail.
No,
picked
I
up-
meant like if the guy
He saw
did something.
No,
to
he
them.
meant
Yeah.
safe from the cops. She meant safe from the cops.
I'm just keeping him safe from the
okay.
cops. Now you go up there and do what
And
the
get
fuck you
slapped
do.
That's
up,
on
then
you.
that's
That's
on
on
you,
you.
sis.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know, at this time, I'm meeting you here, and you better
Yeah,
be ready.
okay.
But it was never, thank God, it was never no incidents on my watch. But I
Wow.
was exposed to another part of, you know, like as in the hood in Philly, you know, you just get boys to give you money for hair and nails and recreation. I didn't know that it was actually a way to get money from men for not doing anything, just talking to them. So like I would be around his girls and they would teach me like how to finesse. Like, no, Sheena, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to wear.
Right.
This is
You
what
ain't
you
got
got
to
say.
suck no
This is what
dick.
you gotta
No,
say.
and those girls was getting mad money, doing nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
No,
So-
they was doing something. They had the mental
Converse,
game.
yeah, they
Yeah,
had
they
to-
was finessing.
but that's how I learned
Because
to be.
my girl in
yeah.
the book, Mercedes, that's a classic role.
Yeah.
And she got that
That's
mental
what they call
game
my
where
mom.
she
They call
breaking
my
it
mom
down.
Vanessa. My friends, they be like, your mom
She's
is
the
Vanessa.
finesser.
My mom, too, I got
Yeah.
that from my mom. I learned it from my mom. But the white guy in there that
Yeah.
I had my first encounter with, as far as like being like a trick in the hoe. Unfortunately, he just wanted to ejaculate on my boobs. So I made a lot of money off of him.
That's easy. All you gotta do is clean up.
No, I didn't
And
even
she was
clean
real
up. I would
bossy
just
with it, too.
Wipe that shit. But he just gave me like
Just
this.
wipe it.
He gave me like some
lotion.
power. Like I'm like, I'm going in this bitch in a trench coat. Like this motherfucker, I'm gonna bust on these titties. I'm coming. Like, and I was young, and it was just like, oh shit. Like he was giving me money to do like my new shit. So it also
it's
made
crazy,
me treat
man.
regular guys different too.
I'm
Like,
listening
what
to you
is it?
talk right now as a Philadelphian, and like I'm doing this cast and stuff. And it's like they think we're so hard, but I'm just like we just straightforward, man. It's
Yeah,
like
we
this
don't
is Philly
sugarcoat.
people. It's just
Right.
straightforward,
Just keeping
like,
it real.
and they like she from the hood. I'm like, no, she's middle
listen,
class.
Philly
but
people, that's the only way we
Philadelphia.
know
I
how
got a
to
whole
be.
college degree. I'm just from
Yeah,
the. I know how to. I'm
and
street
so they
smart.
feel like
Yeah.
we from the hood. And all.
So
I'm
if
like,
you
no,
need
we
me
just
to play
Philadelphia.
somebody's cousin or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
She's right here. Well, listen, y'all. I want to thank you guys for coming. Omar
Oh,
Tyree,
yeah.
so many great books that people need to read by you. But Fly Girl is the one because this is the one that
Yes.
set everything off. This is the screenplay that you have done. You're trying to get back the rights.
Amazon, Barnes and Noble. The screenplay is off the chart, man. It's the best screenplay.
We need some
you
guys
will
to
ever
audition.
read. Yeah.
Yes, we
We need some guys to audition. We need y'all to read.
Yeah,
So audition for
I'm
the
going
roles.
around, but gotta read. I'm trying to get guys right now. I gotta find me a young ASAP Rocky to play the main role. ASAP Rocky is a smooth looking dude. He's
Right.
hard. I love Harlem. He got that Harlem swag. So now it's like I gotta find a dude that role is vicious, man. That Victor role, because it's slow, slick. It's Philadelphia slick. You gotta be. That role is gonna be. I'm gonna tell dude like, as soon as you play this role, you're gonna be a sex symbol.
You gonna be a
So
sex
you
symbol?
automatically.
Yeah,
forever.
But I gotta
Exactly.
find a dude that you know what I
That
mean
can do it, that
read
can
and
pull
just
it off.
Take your time,
if
you
you
gonna
can't
come.
read your lines, I'm like, dude, I can't use you, man. You can't. You gotta know your lines. Because that's a lot of lines. He oh my God, he's
right.
kicking it.
He gotta be with
Oh
the
my
craft.
God, that's a
Yeah.
lot of lines.
And Sheena, where can people get Penetration Volume 1?
You can get Penetration Volume 1 from IamSheenaE.com because that money comes straight to the house. And we got kids to feed. Or you can get it on Amazon. The ebook is available on Amazon. You can read it on the train, read it in your car, get your girlfriend to read it to you if you can't read. And you can get all my books. If you look under Sheena Edwards, all my amazing books that I've written, self-published. I don't have nobody backing me. This money comes from my household to the streets. It's for y'all. It's all homegrown. I am a very humble, single parent, self-published author. Everything is on Amazon. Look up author Sheena Edwards. IamSheenaE.com, and I'm on Instagram. IamSheena_E. If you want to hit me up and I can send it to you. All my books ship out the next day.
West Philadelphia.
I'm from
Born and raised in the playground, the girl said most of my days. Chilling out, flexing, relaxing, I'm feeling out.
We in the building.
Special Philly listeners.
Started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Lip Service, the Philly edition. Thank y'all so much for coming
Thank
through.
you, ladies.
Yeah.